What's up, YouTube? Welcome in for some more Gold Stake Balatro. Today's run is a fantastic, not sponsored, example of how quickly paths can branch into different builds in Gold Stake, with our first shop having a pivotal decision that will decide how our run will unfold. Like and subscribe for more, and enjoy the video. Pretty friendly. This doesn't win, so I'm gonna search for better hearts. We do not get the better hearts, that's sad. There should be a legendary Joker that counts all hands and all cards as the first hand/card. I think that's a cryptid mod thing, right? I think that's a thing that they add. I agree, though. I think that would be a cool base Joker. All right, what's in the box? Wraith. That's pretty risky, I feel like. If this pops something good, then we just blow our Hex on it, and it's a free win. But if we get, like, something crappy with this, it's just over. Take it? I don't think we take it, honestly. I'm gonna try the challenge again. GG's, good luck on your streak. I appreciate it, Jeezy. I hope you get good luck with your streak as well. Or with starting a streak, I guess. Take it, it's a campfire. No balls? Yeah, you're right. I don't have balls. I'm on a win streak, bruh. I can't just be tossing it. Like, what's, like, okay, if we get, like, duo or some shit like that, obviously we just pop Hex and then we're, like, happy as a clam. I don't get that saying. Side tangent. How are clams happy? Anyway. If we get Ancient Joker, it's Pog. If we get Baseball Card, it's Pog. Like, there are a lot of rares here where we're just really happy to get them, but there are a lot of crappy rares here where we're really sad. Like, any of these, like, hard-to-play rares, like, if we get Trio here, if we get Hit the Road, if we get Fam, even if we get Order, like, that shit all sucks. If we get Invis, it's cool for down the line, but we don't need down the line shit. If we get Driver's License, that sucks. Like, I don't know. And also, like, the Buffoon Pack, there's kind of no reason to not just look inside this Buffoon Pack, because if we get something good from this Buffoon Pack, then we just hex it and it's a win. But provided we don't get 2 Eternals or 2 Rentals in this pack, we can just take some garbage, sell it, and then pop the Wraith, right? If it's Obelisk, you can ban me. Obelisk right now, I would not even be that sad about. Look inside, Rental Perishable. Well, like, that's the risk that we take, but I think it's maybe not as much of a risk as just cracking a Wraith. I'm gonna look inside. See, like Ramen, I would not even be that sad about just hexing here. I'll tell you what, we'll keep the seed. I'll tell you what. We'll keep the seed. Chat, remind me about this, because I am gonna forget. We'll keep the seed, and we'll see what the Wraith would have been. Nah, Ramen sucks. I feel like the best Ramen can be is right now. Because if we know that we can't like, it sucks if we have to discard, but if we take Ramen right now, we can just Paramax for the whole game. We have Polychrome Ramen. And then we know we can't discard from the get-go. Even Swash here is not horrible. It sucks for right now, but, like, even Swash here is not bad. I think we just always take Ramen into Hex. Mischief with the Hydrate, I got you. Thank you. Love you. W girlfriend, keeping me hydrated. Can't go wrong with Ramen, especially not Poly Ramen. Like, I'm just saying. Find a green and / delayed and the streak continues. I mean, yeah. There's just so many ways that Ramen... Like Ramen allows you to Paramax, dude. There's so many ways that Ramen goes right. What's the seed? We don't have the seed yet. Because you have to, like, die to get the seed, right? If you get the Gift Joker and Egg Joker, though, Swash would be best. I still don't think it would be, honestly. I think Ramen is the pick here every time. Pop the Hex immediately. Go next. Chat, remind me, though, we'll check out the seed after the run, and we'll see what the Wraith would have been. We'll see what life could have been like if we took the Wraith. Do we just high card max here and try and find, like, a better hand to win right now? Probably not. We win in 4 pairs. Provided we don't get, like, turbo scummed. Someone pin that? Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, maybe already off to a bad start. Maybe the Ramen wasn't the best play. We could go for Diamond's Flush. is probably our best bet at getting out in one hand. Because high card makes no points here. Why no stream tomorrow? I have a personal event that I gotta go to. It's a bunch of my friends are just hanging out tomorrow, and I've been like super busy with streaming and with like a bunch of stuff this summer, so I haven't hung out with them like at all. So I just took a day off to go and chill with the homies. Just finished work stuff for the night. Huge. Well, I hope that all went well, and I hope you can get some good sleep. Love you. Chat, once again, W girlfriend. I think we just have to discard here if we don't want to die, which is really sad since we took Ramen, but like... Again, it's kind of a thing where like I hate to discard here, but I would hate even more to die and lose a two-game loss streak. So what are we going for here? Check the misprint? Wait, that's actually tech. I kind of forgot you could do that. I can't see. 9 of spades. 9 of spades. That doesn't help us whatsoever. Hate to win a 2-game loss streak. I did not, Okay, I did. You know what? Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna elaborate. Does the Joker display mod affect achievements? As far as I'm aware, all mods affect achievements. So yeah, it does. So if you're not into that, then maybe don't get it. I think... So the high chip pair got like 170 points. I think we discard... I think we play the high card here just to not tank the Ramen. And if we get a diamonds flush, then we just play that and get out. And if we don't get a diamonds flush, then we just discard for either a pair or for a diamonds flush. I think it's just always high card here, though. We don't get the diamonds flush, but I think pair gets us out at this point. No. Egg in shop, reroll egg again. That shit happens to me all the time, and I hate it. Bro, just play. Relax. Relax, all right? Bloodstone is super mid here. I think Mercury is like pretty cool. Maybe we just save money. I like the Mercury card, but maybe when we don't have other jokers, we just want to save our money. But Mercury boosts our scoring like quite a bit with Ramen. So maybe we just buy the Mercury. Go next. Time to perish? Hey, give Egg a chance, bruh. Egg can be pretty good. Yeah, because now with a debuffed pair, we're scoring 300 points, which is pretty sexy. So let's just get out. Excuse me. We need like 1+ Molt Joker to get us by now. That works. And we have Grabber this shop. That's pretty sexy. I should have popped the Spectral first just in case of Ankh. Trance is actually kind of huge here as well. We'll put it on a 6, I guess. Now, if we have Raised Fist for right now, we should put it on high cards. So we'll put it on a Jack. The downside is with Ramen, that blue seal is going to be really hard to find, but the blue seal is going to be pretty good value nonetheless. We could take Midas. Oh, wait, we don't have money for Midas. What am I saying? We could take Buffoon Pack. I think we want Grabber if we're Ramen maxing, so let's just go next. The arm here kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Shock, I'ma hold your balls while I say this. Rips off balls, I'ma just put those back. Okay. Okay. We could take a Grabber, but that tanks our Econ. We could take an Egg. But it's perishable, but it kind of doesn't matter. Egg being perishable is like, it puts a cap on it, but like it still probably gives us max temperance value. Or we could take packs. I think probably Grabber here. The arm is funny. The arm kind of sucks, but it's not like catastrophic here. Especially with Raised Fist, if we just top deck, I was just going to say, if we top deck a 2-pair, we probably just win. Hermit in the Arcana, it's not even that good, honestly. Hermit in the Arcana is like $6 right now, right? After the money that we pay to open it. Play 2/2 pairs here to get us out without screwing up our pair. So we spend an extra $1 because I think pair there would have gotten us out, but I'm cool with that. Foil Steven kind of sucks for late in the game, but it's really fantastic for right now for keeping us alive, because what we need right now are chips. Maybe, especially with the needle coming up, we just take this for survivability. Pro said, say that again. Say that again. Everybody in chat says say that again. I didn't even register that I said fantastic, but I know that I said fantastic because everybody in chat would. Say it again. I mean, with Polychrome Ramen pair maxing, we probably don't need all of our slots to be like incredibly impactful. I think we just take the Stevens that we don't die, and now we can kind of just like econ max for the next handful of blinds. We top deck our blue seal, which is like incredible. I just had to stifle myself saying fantastic again because chat's gonna freak out. Dude, they're just giving me so much loot in these shops. I have to take Spectral Pack every time, and that's literally why. Now we take Buffoon Pack because we're rich. Rocket. Ante 3 coming up on a boss. It's rental, though, so by the time that this gives us value, we maybe, like, don't care. I think it's just Mystic Summit, and I think we probably sell it to get back to interest cap. I don't think Rocket there is the play. If it wasn't rental, I probably just would have picked that John and called it a day, but rental Rocket's kind of not great. Shock, I'm so sad my internet's down. That's sad. Rocket is good. The issue that I have with Rocket is it takes a couple of antes to get online for us because it's rental. And we already have a slot that is effectively doing nothing for us in the late game because we have this Foil Steven. Foil Steven's fantastic for right now, not sponsored, but it's really bad for late in the game because it's just going to be plus 50 chips, and plus 50 chips is going to be literally nothing. So we're going to be getting out of Rocket for some other form of strength, probably. So we only maybe get like an ante or two of value out of Rocket, at which point we maybe don't really care about Rocket. I don't know. Rocket is still like a decent enough econ joker where you could maybe have convinced me to take it there, but it's a little late now. We could Priestess into Wheel. I think Priestess we're always taking here, just a planet block, because Mercury cards are pretty sick. Could take Priestess into Wheel, could take Priestess into Empress, Hierophant. I think we're undeniably taking Priestess. I think anything here is fine. Probably Empress cards are more impactful than Wheel, because the only thing that Wheel can hit is Raised Fist, and I do kind of want to get out of Raised Fist. Let's go next. Sell Raised for Riff, you think? No, absolutely not. Raised is keeping us alive. I mean, Steven could, like, also keep us alive in theory, but it's also, you got to think about if we miss a draw on Steven, then we're forced to discard, and that makes Ramen worse. Fist is, like, not an endgame plan whatsoever, but I think we're definitely still keeping it for the time being, just because it's doing a lot of work right now. You were healthy. That Immolate was nice. That Immolate was spectacular. I think we would still be in a pretty good spot even without it, but like it was pretty sweet. I'm learning from you now. Huge. I aim to have people learn from me. Tragedy befalls the nation. That was a really bad Celestial pack. The water we don't care about at all. Skip for $15. Probably not worth. Go next. Probably playing the 2s here, and then we'll just cycle 5s because we want to get as much mult out of Raised Fist as possible. We don't get out in 1. I was just gonna say, but we maybe don't care about that because we have the blue seal that we could find. That's huge. We want to deck fix quite a bit. Hungmen are honestly worth more to me than the $20 from Hermit right now, because when we're incapable of discarding because of Ramen, we still want a way for our blue seals to be efficiently found, which right now just means cutting cards. So honestly, if we get a pack and it's like Hermit or Hungman right now, even if we get the $20 from Hermit, I'm just always taking Hungman. Another blue seal also helps along the same lines. I think by that what am I saying? By that notion, that's not the correct word, but y'all catch my drift. I think on that note, we also take Tarot Merchant if it doesn't like incredibly impact our econ, because deck fixing is going to be sick here. The Stuntman would be great here. Yeah, Stuntman would not be horrible here. Okay, Trance in the shop helps immensely. I'm going to take that. Jaden with the Hydrate, I got you. I'm going to take Tarot Merchant, even though it cuts into our interest a little bit, just because I think deck fixing is so important right now. And then I do want more Jokers, so I'm going to take a look in this pack. I kind of love Hallucination there. Would have rather had some scoring, I'm going to be honest, but I love Hallucination there. Let's make another blue seal, because we probably get out in one. Now we have 3 blue seals in the deck, so we need a lot less deck fixing to find, for our blue seals to be impactful, which is really nice. Making 10k on a hand, that's with kind of crappy Raised Fist. With max Raised Fist, we're making 13k on a hand. Pretty cool. Do you ever check your stats? Because Hanged Man is #1 tarot on mine. This is not a gold stake only profile. This is like 100% profile. From like across my like 400, 500 hours of gaming. So a lot of my stats are skewed towards like flush builds because that's all I played in the lower stakes. But as we play more and more gold stake, I would imagine my stats will skew more towards that. I think my planet card has been overtaken. Yeah, my most played hand is pairs now because of gold stake. That was flush for the longest time. Also not my best hand here, but we got unseated Naninf, which impacts that. These are my most used Jokers, or my most won with Jokers, most used consumables. This has to take seeded. I know we've argued about this in chat a ton, and I don't remember what the consensus ended up being, but this has to take seeded runs into context, because we have not used this many Plutos on non-seeded runs. I'm almost certain. Or maybe we've just done so many unseeded, like high score, but not Naninf runs that matters. But also Cryptid should not be that high for me, I don't think. So I think it takes seeded runs into account, which maybe sways things a bit. I have 12,261 pairs played. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Most of your gold stake wins are with pairs? Yeah, the vast majority. Seeded runs still count consumables? Yeah, so my stats are like somewhat heavily swayed towards like high scoring runs then. But you can still see some gold stake seeping in. Priestess here is just kind of crazy because we can block. Let's take a Judgment, because why not? Bus kind of goes hard here. It's a little late for it, but like Bus kind of goes hard. It's scaling plus molt. We have the ×3 from the Ramen. That's like probably all we need if we can just scale this Bus a ton. I will say Bus and Raised Fist kind of don't work together, which is maybe going to be a problem, but I don't think it's going to be a problem that matters enough. Rare tag? We're not taking rare tag, bro. We are not strong enough to do that by any stretch of the imagination. I'm also not super opposed to just ditching the blue Joker, ditching the Raised Fist for a blue Joker here, because I do think blue Joker is like unironically a really good gold stake Joker for if you're playing pair builds, but we also have been talking this whole time about wanting to trim down our deck to find our blue seals more, and blue Joker kind of takes some offense if we trim down our deck a ton, so maybe that's not a good idea. This hand doesn't score fantastically, but it scales the Bus, so I think it's fine. And apparently it also does score, like, pretty well. So, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Catch our blue seal. My photo and Chad's are both 3 times larger than the next highest Jokers, and Jupiter is 5 times larger than the next. Holy hell. God damn. I mean, I play Gold Stake, play pairs out of habit to construct into flush 5. Doesn't everybody? I mean, I don't even play them with the intention of making them into flush 5. I just play them because they're good. Like, pair is just the meta with Blue Seal and with Blue Stake and above because the -1 discard is so oppressive. We could make a gold Blue Seal. Maybe I care about the $20 right now a bit more because our jokers are still looking kind of shabby. I could take another Blue Seal for sure. Hallucination kind of popping off. I almost called it hologram. I think Chad's bad here. We have Molt cards that it works with, but I think Chad is just not good here. Shock, this might be out of the blue, but can you flop it on my forehead? That's crazy. Long-term potentially, though? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to have any better long-term potential than what we're already doing. I mean, it's like Chad is never bad, so like you could probably take it over Fist or even maybe over Bus here and be fine, but I think this is just more consistent. Mr. Short, what are we doing later tonight? Does he not reply to me anymore? I can't read everybody's chat all the time. I'm sorry. This is rental, which sucks, but I would really like to hit up a Cavendish on this run, and it's probably better than average anyway. Then, excuse me. I just lost my train of thought. Then Raise Fist here. So I think I'm just always taking that banana. We can use the strength to, like, hang kings and make them into aces for Bus, and then we can just use the Hung Man to hang non-enhanced face cards. Like, obviously, we could use it here to hang 2 face cards, but I'm not going to hang a Blue Seal. But ideally, I would like to get both of these out of my hand so I can get 2 Mercury cards in exchange for them, but maybe that doesn't always happen. Okay, that's kind of huge. I can get one of them out of my hand. Strength those. Maybe I just keep it for right now. I don't think that's worth more to me than a... with this much of a density of Blue Seals in the deck, I don't think this is worth more to me than a Mercury card at this point. So I'll just play a pair now. Mr. Short, what are we doing later tonight? First off, Mr. Short is crazy. But also, I think we're just going to be doing this for the whole night. Because we're already like 2 hours in, and I don't intend on switching to like we could maybe do Minecraft or something, but I don't really intend on switching this late. Obelisk is interesting here to say the least, but I don't think it's a pickup just because we have like no planet leveling, and also like Bus doesn't play nicely with a lot of hands. Yeah, I mean we're like super pair pilled right now. I think Obelisk is not the play. Campfire would be so incredibly sick if it didn't have this perishable tag. Honestly, at this point, it might still be sick. I don't think it is, though, because our plus mult department is pretty bad. I think if we just full skipped with Campfire, we probably die to not having enough plus mult to get by. So I think we just skip here. Let's take the standard pack. Pull a Chariot from Hallucination, and then let's take Tarot Tycoon. I think that's going to end up paying dividends. Flint here is going to be some trouble, but I think we're fine just because we have the banana and we have ramen and all that, and grabber is like the main thing as well. That maybe makes us not as scared of the Flint. Yeah, like we should be chilling, provided we can find our pairs every time, which I don't think is going to be that difficult. Ship it. I put the ick in big ginormous dick. That's crazy. I put the him in wimp is wild. That's such a good line, though. I'm not going to lie. All right. One more pair, I think, wins here. We could maybe try and sack here with a pair of aces to try and get another Blue Seal, and it scales Bus more, so I think that's like a fine play. Ship it. Because I think this doesn't win when we don't get Steven Molt. Yeah, no, it just barely doesn't. We did not get another blue seal, but we scaled bus, which I think is arguably just as important right now, so that's fine. Get another Mercury card. Banana goes extinct. That's really bad for our short-term survivability, but ideally we can just roll back into that, and then it's fine. Let's take clearance sale. Let's go in the red a little bit here, because I want this Arcana pack. Empress. Probably just slam that on some randos so I can take a Priestess. Garbage from the Priestess. That's huge. I think I sell you so that I can take the Tower card. Go next. Don't scare the bus. Yeah, also, I'm notorious for crashing the bus, as my chat can tell the people who are maybe new here. If we crash the bus, it's just automatic GG. Reroll for Cavendish. I want to get back up to interest. Like, Cavendish is phenomenal right now, but we also have Tarot Tycoon, so like we're probably not seeing Cavendish is the problem. Which is maybe like fine. I think we play the 6 here instead of the rock, so we can play the rock with something more impactful. AKA something that gets triggered by Steven. We're also at the point where I maybe want to start sacking like high card hands just to scale the bus. Because if the bus is going to be our sole source of plus mult, I probably just want to have as much mult from that as I can get my grubby little fingers on. Ship it. Have you ever seen Cavendish die? I've gotten asked this question a million times, and I've never seen Cavendish die. And I have like 500 hours in this game, and I've never seen it. Anti-7, I would be catastrophic. I mean, that's just the risk that you run on any pair build, but Anti-7 probably derails the entire run unless we take like a speculative luchador, which now that you've mentioned that as a possibility, I might do. Unless we get like some insane shit to put in another slot. Ship the pair. We get Steven Molt and the extra points from the rock, so we get out. That's big. If Vampire is to the right of bus, it will not remove bus. Interesting. Wait, what? How do those correlate? Wait, am I stupid? Eternal Misprint improves our short-term survivability, but it's also Eternal Misprint, so I'm probably just skipping that. This hallucination has been really nice to us, which I cannot overstate my appreciation for. Maybe Aura on the rock is best play here. Because medium gets no value. Incantation makes our blue seals less frequent, so we probably don't like that. And trance is fine, especially since we can make a gold blue seal. But we probably have enough blue seals right now. So maybe we just want extra scoring. The issue is if this gets hit with foil, it kind of sucks. Maybe we just want a gold blue seal. Honestly, I think that's fine. We'll make a gold blue seal ace. Take the Justice card as an ace in the hole. Yeah, I'm cool with fooling here. Let's go next. 2 pairs right off the bat. Ship it. Okay, that's a lot of points with the steel card. It's pretty nice. Aura is arguably the best spectral because you never pass on it if it's there. I mean, that's kind of true, actually. Sorry, the stone will be removed. Face revealed and 10 chips scored. Bus lives unless Vampire's left of bus. Oh, yeah. Well, why would you ever have Vampire to the left of bus? I actually didn't know it mattered where Vamp was, but I guess that makes sense. But also, like, you should never have Vamp to the left of bus anyway, so I feel like I would not ever discover that on my own. The question is, do we use this Justice card? I think probably not. Well, this doesn't win, so we don't have to make an immediate decision. Do we have more 6s or 8s? More 6s. This shouldn't win because it doesn't proc Steven, and we can toss the blue seal since we already have 2 blue seals. I think let's do that. Interaction that almost killed a run, but was excited when Bus didn't reset from the Vampire X molt. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, ship it. 2 6s. So this wins. So we probably want to pop both of these, and I think fooling for a gold card is maybe more impactful here than fooling for, like, glass. Let's just play the glass right now, and then if it breaks, it's just deck fixing, and we don't really care. Okay. I'm actually really liking Erratic deck. It's like okay. It's an acquired taste. I say that all the time. But I mean, it really is. We probably just look inside the Spectral pack. Ankh is horrible. Deja Vu is also really bad. But we could maybe, with Hallucination, make a red steel. Which, with all the blue seals, is maybe pretty cool. What's our boss again? Psychic. That doesn't matter. Or at least it shouldn't. This is so fire. I just played 3 of a kind. That's huge. I think a red steel here is like completely fine, no? Let's go for a Deja Vu angle on this 7. Make it a red steel. And then Ankh here is awful because Ankh, since we have the foil Steven Eternal, always has a chance to hit foil Steven instead of the Ramen, which is like undeniably the best Ankh hit here. And if it hits the Steven, we cry. It is notable. Bus is probably going to scale much more than this for the late game, so I would still not take Ankh here. But just for like min-maxing current hands, Ramen is a ×3, Bus is a ×2 with our pair level. So like if all of these were not Eternal, you could probably get away with selling everything here except the Ramen and Ankhing the Ramen, but that's neither here nor there. Why would you ever red seal on the 7? Well, if we're going to steal it, then why does it matter? I guess using an even card there was better for Steven. And on that note, let's aura this 8. Ankh kills the run. Yeah, Ankh right now kills the run. Take the Mega Arcana because I'm getting a bit desperate. I think we emp into Temperance. Just on the prospect of Fool kind of digging us out of the hole. That's huge. Maybe we take Perishable Jimbo just because it's a freebie now with Temperance. Do some planet blocking. That probably doesn't matter because of our blue seal density. It's fine, I guess, but like red seal on an 8, bro. It's always the 8-ball players. Let's maybe play a crappier pair here just to like gauge where our score is at. It's always the play in my goblin brain. That's fair. All right, let's play a Shido pair and just see where our score is at. With Bus Jimbo on a Shido pair, we're making 30k on a hand. Small blind we get out of, big blind is 160. So we don't get out of big blind. We miss big blind by 10k. So we do need a bit more score, but we'd probably find that bit more score. So I don't think it's anything that we worry about. You say players as if I'm not the only one. I mean, you're not. Multiplayer players exist, right? And they're like all 8-ball worship, not even 8-ball enjoyers, but 8-ball worshippers. Ship it. You'll find the bit more score and find the eye. Well, like if we find a really good times mult piece, then maybe the eye doesn't matter. But like that's maybe a big risk that we're taking. Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys. 8-ball love is so cringe and so forced. Not in multiplayer, I will say that. I hate 8-ball slander. My bad. I feel like you're definitely in the minority there for for multiplayer players. I feel like you're the only multiplayer player that I've ever heard that says they hate 8-ball. We don't get the eye. Okay, tooth actually still really hurts here, but anything is better than the eye, so we can play around it. Let's take these two to Tarot Block, and then we'll buy the Overstock because it's just a better reroll for a bit more money. We could take a Grimbo, but Grimbo's not like that good here. Because A, it's a rental, and B, if we scale this literally the most that we possibly can, playing 5 hands every single blind, it scales a grand total of 25 mult, which I feel like is not that good when we could just get like a times mult joker. I mean, I guess we could take it for right now, and it doesn't really hurt, but it's not incredible. Probably anything is better than Jimbo for right now, so we'll take it. And then if we end up rotating out of it, that's fine. Miss a wheel. We'll take a Celestial Pack over a Standard. Find the Mercury card. True Sacrilege. Fuck 8-ball. I hate that shit. 8-ball never procs. It's a scam. They're lying to you. Vagabond and Cartomancer are right there. Hell, Superposition is better. 8-ball is so bad. Even with dice, it's still 1 and 2. Just get purple seals. Yeah, 1 and 4 is really harsh. Chat, I'm about to spit a super hot take here. Cartomancer is not that good. Cartomancer's like C tier. The free tarot card is nice. If you're playing multiplayer, Cartomancer is really good, but I'm talking from like Gold Stake. Usually in Gold Stake, I'm tarot blocking. And if I'm tarot blocking, my consumable slots are full when I'm going into blinds. And if that happens, then I get no value from Cartomancer. I don't really like Cartomancer, I'm not gonna lie. Twitch didn't notify me. Shock, can you Naninf without Baron and Mime? In theory, yeah. In theory, you can Naninf with Photo Chat, it's just really hard. Are we getting a whole debate in here? No, I don't think so, but like maybe. All right, let me quit yapping and go next. $40 handy tag is like actually somewhat enticing, but I don't think I take. Okay. Okay, it's not too bad. I think I also sell one of these cards here. To get to interest cap. Oh, wait, no, we have a gold card in hand, so if I can keep that, then we can keep tarot blocking. We're probably selling one of them anyway, though, for Blue Seal, so scratch all of that. And now we have to sell one to keep interest value because we have to play the 8 to not wreck Ramen. The fact that Ramen is still at ×2 when it was a first shop pick is crazy. I'm trying to think how many chips a photo clone would give. Well, it has to be better than Scary Face, right? So if it's only first face card, then it has to be like probably 50 to be better than Scary Face. Maybe even more than that. Excuse me. Cartomancer is bad. Sacrilege. I didn't say it was bad. I said it's C tier. It's not bad by any means, but like it's not that good. And that's also more of just like a personal thing. Like if you play Cartomancer, that's, you know, you're probably still getting value out of it, but tarot blocking, it kind of sucks for. Because you're like always selling shit, which is like, seems kind of meaningless when it takes up a whole Joker slot. I don't know. Maybe I'm off my rocker with that take, but I just don't love it. I'm trying exceedingly hard to not crash the bus here. So if I'm like fumbling about with the plays that I'm making, or if I'm taking like a long time to make plays, it's because I'm really trying not to crash the bus here, because crashing the bus here sucks so bad. Let's tarot block a little bit. Oh my god, Immolate is so fire. Excuse me. C tier is fair, that's certainly fair. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. Any tarot generation is good, even 8-ball, just because tarot cards are that strong. Now 8-ball kind of sucks because you almost never get tarot cards from it, so it kind of defeats the purpose, but like, that's neither here nor there. We can take a wheel. Unfortunate. I think let's sell you so that I can maybe get some hallucination value, because there are better tarot cards in the world. Shocking, I know. Smash like. Take the standard. No hallucination value. That's sick. I'm going to take you, and then I'm going to take a reroll, because we're popping the Immolate here anyway. You should play a flush while trying to play a pair, bro. That's so buns, man. Okay, no pair is able to be played, but now we have Buku Bucks. I really just need another times mult piece. Maybe Tarot Tycoon was too much. Let's put the Chariot card on the blue seal. Let's play a pair. I need to top deck an 8 so I can get this shit out of my hand. That's so buns. Gonna play a blue seal here just so I can like top deck my pairs. Ace high. Doesn't crash bus. Scales Grimbo. Okay, how much does pair of 4s bank here? I mean, we have 2 hands. We're probably just playing 2 pairs regardless of what happens. Yeah. Oh, we're going to be cutting it a little close, but we should still be fine. You know what I do find sort of annoying? The fact that Hallucination gets no slander solely because everyone forgets it even exists. Bro, Hallucination is fire. That's why it gets no slander. Hallucination is a 1 and 2, which makes it exponentially better. And also, you're ripping packs anyway, whereas you're not scoring 8s anyway. For a common amazing, yeah. Hallucination is good just because you can pick it up and you get value off of it. You know what I'm also doing. If you're going to say score tarot blocking, I mean, I guess. That's kind of fair, honestly, but like still. Shocking it? Bro. Are we that ass? All right, let's take the tower card. I think it's a bit late for the talisman. It's a pretty damn good tarot block. Give me money, please. Or don't. That's cool, too. We can strength odds into evens, I guess. And then make some glass. What do we have the most of after Immolate? Bunch of 10s, bunch of 8s. Okay, all of our even cards seem to have survived the Immolate with the exception of maybe 1, 2. So I think we just make a glass 10 here, and that's pretty cool. Didn't even notice Steven was in the run. Well, I mean, because he's kind of not part of it, but we took him in the early game to, like, not die. Somebody said we. Yeah, I think we just make a glass 10 here, call it a day. Take a standard pack for Hallucination, maybe. It's probably not worth. I think let's take another reroll. I really like glass at this point. I think we take Justice Death just so we don't pass away. Hallucination is a bit understated. 1.5 chance is pretty good. I agree. Understated? Yeah, understated is a word. And one that I would say fits there. Underfaded. Hello? We can make a glass 8, and then I can death a face card into a glass 8, and then I can play pair of glass 8s, and this scores how many? Because I really would rather not cycle like my entire hand. Do we think it's probable that we top deck a pair if we just ship this as is? Probably not. And I don't want to miss. It's probable. We probably top deck a pair after this, but like I would rather not miss what we need. So I think we just ship it here. And we eat a lot of lost money. We also break a glass card, but that is whatever. Jury's out. Hello? What do y'all think about Erosion? I used to think it was really good. Now I think it's kind of overrated. Not even overrated, I just think it's like not that good. I don't find myself taking it a lot. Good but not great. The problem that I find with Erosion is that it's speculative. Because the only time that you benefit a lot from it, I find it hard to utilize. Exactly. The only time that you can benefit from it is if you get, like, truly benefit from it, is if you get an amazing, like, first couple of shops, get Immolates and Hung Men, and then find it early on. Most games you do want a deck fix. That's not the problem with it, though. Like, Erosion in almost every single Gold Stake game is going to do well in the mid to late game. It's going to do better than most scaling jokers in the mid to late game. But the problem is if you find it in the early game, it just sucks. You can't build around it because you can't predict when you're going to get destroy effects. And if you can't predict when you're getting destroy effects, you can't reliably scale it. So you kind of just like you scale it passively, but then it doesn't do anything in the early game. So like the point that I'm making is like whenever you find it, you usually have something better, right? And it's like it's not worth pivoting into. It's like Baron. Erosion is like you take it if it's already good or if you have plenty of money in an open slot, otherwise ignore. Yeah, but like for Gold Stake, how often is that happening? You take it and like sometimes you don't even take it if it's already good just because what you already have is better. Like it's only good late game, but it's not even good late game because usually you're already set by the late game. Like usually it's really good around like antes, let's say 5 through 8, but usually antes 5 through 8. Not always, but usually you don't want to pivot out of what you already have. Also, welcome in, Sizak. Appreciate you popping in. We're in a really bad spot here. Like, it looks good on paper because we have such a high pair level and we have, like, molt out the ass, but we're actually, like, not scoring that well in the grand scheme, which is a big problem. I do think we get out of this blind, though. I'm almost certain we do, even without glass. So maybe we just play this blind, save up some money, hopefully hit some gold cards, and then see where we're at. Could take an Eternal Rental free roll here if we think it's going to give us something, but it has to give us something literally in that free roll, or otherwise we probably just die. For you, it would be ahead of Greeny right now. Yeah, this is a situation where I would definitely take an Erosion if we popped into one, but this is a pretty niche situation. Usually we already have our scaling plus molt locked in. This was just kind of a weird run where we got both of our scaling plus molt jokers very early. I think that because it scales so fast, it's actually pretty good for early game, but if you don't get a Hungman or anything, then it's just bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, for early game, it's speculative at best. Which, like, if you're cool with taking speculative shit, that's fine, but, like, you get punished a lot in Gold Stake for taking speculative shit, so I just don't think it's that good. I think luck needs to be quite on your side for you to be able to take it. What are we scoring with one pair here? We're scoring 360 times... this is like a plus 40 effectively, plus 48. Figure this is with even Steven. This is, how much molt would that be? Plus 48, that would be times 80. Figure it's an even 360 times 240. I hate how much you have to play pair builds on higher stakes to survive. It's exactly what Cheese said. That's what the blue stake rework will hopefully fix. Because the problem with blue stake isn't that it makes the game too difficult. The problem with blue stake is that it warps the entire meta around pair. Because there's just undeniably not a higher win rate build in gold stake in gold stake than pair. Than pair. I need some water real quick. Jesus. What did I say? 360 times 240 for a pair. That's 86,000 points. So it gets us through the small blind. So I think we just play this, no? because we need money. I had an Eternal Spaceman get a like anti-10 pair to 22. That's huge. Let me play flushes, goddammit. No, we do not need more. We do not need more juice for flushes. Actually, we kind of do, honestly. Flushes. I made a YouTube short about this today because I talked about it in chat yesterday. I think flush, as it stands in its current state, is just far worse pair. I think it's just far worse pair. For gold stake at least, and I don't really know how you fix it without breaking it. There we go. Sizak, send the link. I'm tired, bruh. You know you could just like Google that shit, right? Yeah. I find it really funny that you just go to Sizak for that as well. Anytime multiplayer is mentioned in chat, Sizak. Yoo-hoo! Can we get away with sacking hands for Grimbo Bus? Because I think that's like our best course of action right now. What link? The multiplayer mod link is it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think we just want to sack hands to scale our scaling jokers at this point. Because, like, ideally we find a times mult joker right now, but I think that's, like, maybe not super in our favor when we already have Tarot Tycoon. So maybe we just play to our outs that we have. Sizak is ranked 4. Yeah, Sizak is very high on the multiplayer leaderboard. Sizak is ranked number 4 on the leaderboards. Do you think I'm not gonna? I mean, fair enough. Yeah, Sizak's a fantastic player. I was number 2 and 2 people nudged barely above me. That's tragic. One was Terwaz? No way. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a backstab. All right, ship it. And then the pair of 4s for the W. I'm like so scared that I'm gonna crash this bus, dude. Or just like lose. Terwaz is ahead of me by less than 1 MMR. That's tragic. Sizak is really bad at the game. He didn't take the foil skip on Plasma Gold and it hit Stuntman. When do you ever take foil skip, even on Plasma? What? I'm on Sizak's side, bruh. Stuntman is not good for multiplayer. I mean, for gold stake, I feel like it's not bad. But, like, also, when do you take a foil skip on gold stake, bro? What? It displays the same number on the site, but he's above. That's actually so tragic. Bro doesn't play Plasma Gold. I mean, even not on, even like outside of Plasma, like obviously it's disgusting on Plasma, but even outside of that, like that's kind of just goated. For gold stake, at least. It also depends on the seed. Of course. We can get past this if we just play hella pairs, right? I think with our current scaling. Let me run calcs again. Chips are 390. And then mult is, if we assume without Steven, which I think is the correct play here, mult is 24 plus 34 plus 15 times 3. So it'd be 219 times 390. That's 85k on a hand, and we have 5 hands. It actually wins in 4 hands. This build actually wins right now. It wins Verdant Leaf. Okay. So I think on that note, we just go next and spam pair. I thought we didn't top deck a pair. I was actually going to be irate. Let's maybe do this as well, because that's probably like the best death target that we could ask for. There's maybe like... it's maybe more efficient to save that for the boss blind, but like we should be fine. Ship it. I don't want to use this glass right now, so I'm going to spend the money on this, on using this gold card for a pair, just to not have to use the glass. This guaranteed doesn't crash bus. Did Sizak have a match today in a league with Zeno? Yeah. Sizak had a match today. Sizak played against Vagabond. My girlfriend and I hung out today, and we went to an ice cream shop in our local town, and I had Vagabond's POV queued up while I was eating ice cream with my girlfriend. It was peak. We don't want to talk about that match today. That's rough. That's rough. Saw the first game. Is there a VOD for the whole thing? There should be here on Twitch. Next pair wins, no, so I just want to spam high card for the scaling jokers. Did a last sketch before exams fuck me up? Huge. W sketch. I'm getting mixed signals. I think it's maybe a good life lesson for like right now, but also just a good life lesson in general, that if you're getting mixed signals, you maybe just like don't question it, you know? Maybe just like scoot that off to the side, don't worry about it that much. The red steel here is also huge. Ship it. Hand kind of cooked in art channel, looks sick. Hand deadass always cooks in the art channel. Hand is so talented, bro. Like, genuinely. I think I'm gonna fool for this death just so I feel less bad about taking this wheel. Tragic. Take liquidation for literally no reason. Even after buying all that shit. Huge. Take the magician, try and tarot block. Fool is something. No, dude. Oh, wait, a steal here is actually good. Steal here is actually perfectly fine. Or if we really wanted to, we could ditch hallucination and pop judgment, but we're already in a fine place to win here if we just sell hallucination to the leaf, so I think that's like undeniably the play. All right. Sell you to get rid of the leaf. And now we just play pairs and we should win. Just don't crash the bus. Just don't crash the bus. Why does StreamCord not ping the notif squad? I meant to fix that. Because I do want it to ping, but I set it up initially where I thought that would be annoying. So I set it up initially to just be like a message, but I do want it to ping the notif squad. So maybe somebody like drop a reminder for me in Discord and I can get that fixed in the near future. Does 2 glass plus 3 steel win? I'm going to freak out if it doesn't. Rods with the follow. Huge. Crash the bus. I mean, with 3 steel, we probably could at this point, but I'm not going to because this is the difference between a 0 streak and a 3 streak for me. No more public transit. The US for real. For some stupid ass reason. Check seed. Oh, yeah. Okay. We were going to check seed. I'm going to do it on a different profile so I don't screw up my in-game win streak. Chat, no spoilers. I'm checking it. Do seed. Yeah. GG's, check the seed. I got y'all. GG's. We're 3-0 so far today. That's crazy. In one day, I fixed my win-loss. Maybe Doc's challenge just hardened me into a true gold staker. Or no, we're on a 3 streak. We're chilling. Maybe Doc's challenge was the maybe the gold stake was the Doc's challenge we made along the way or some shit like that. All right, copy the seed. Copy it again just to make sure. Go to the menu. I'm gonna go on the modded profile just so I don't screw up the in-game win streak. Yes, blame Doc. It's not even blaming Doc. It's like saying that Doc made me better, dude. All right, we'll just go on like red deck. Or no, we want ghost deck for the Wraith. I'm stupid. Paste seed. What is the seed checking for? Our first shop, there was a Wraith that I didn't want to take. The first shop in the Buffoon pack was the Ramen that we hexed. Can I get a better flush here if I just discard more aggressively? Oh, wait, it's white stake. I can get a better flush anyway. Yeah, on our first chop, we got the Ramen that we hexed, but chat wanted me to save the seed so we could check the Wraith. Wraith was burnt Joker. Honestly, I mean, there was no times molt in that seed is the thing. So, like, I still feel like Ramen is better there. But, like, burnt Joker is pretty sick. We probably win with either, if I'm being honest. If there was X-Molt, burnt would have been kind of sick. Yeah, that's kind of like a hindsight is 2020 thing. Could have been both. Yeah, maybe we were blocking a Ramen at some point.